All right, we're going to try this one more time from the great state of Texas. Welcome to a new edition of Rev Nation, where we can reason the wiki wheel of socialism with liberal tears and take over the planet, one radio wave at a time. And as always, there is no passport required. I'd like to take a minute to thank TTR Radio for giving us a platform. And please visit the page. Like the millions of others, check out the Hero program started by George Pardos, the VRS, HMFIC, all the cool swag and awesome shows that make up this great station. You can be other places, but you're here. And for that, we're grateful. We may not be as fun as a person on fire at the Salem witch trials, but we do come with a money back guarantee.
And a box full of ribs.
If you like what you hear and see, be one of the cool kids. Share our page in the show because we can't do this without you. Just a quick disclaimer, the views on the show do not reflect the views of VRS or its owners. As always, we will list our sources and express our views, but keep in mind, it is our views. So please don't get butthurt. With no further ado, I am joined by the woman so badass that China imposed sanctions against her badassery. The most American woman alive, Amanda Allen. The man.
That shit happened? That shit really happened? Holy crap. Wow.
The man, watch your hand, brother. The man that put the wonder in Wonder Bread, not because he's delicious, but because he is moist and has colorful spots in his underwear. Shannon, Nacho, Libro, book, and last but not least, the man that drowned Aquaman and holds weekly Justice League meetings in his basement. Well, without Aquaman, because, he drowned him. Jared, the J-Red, and I am regular guy, and we will try and navigate the sinking ship we call Rev Nation. How the hell are y'all tonight?
Well, I'm good. I'm trying to get this our redo. Our I don't know what the hell happened last time, but
I'd like to make a statement, not to be confused with an endorsement because it's not. But we're not sponsored by BJ's, but I love BJ's ribs, and sorry.
I love BJ's too.
Sorry, not.
I think that's a consensus.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not
I knew
sorry.
you guys were. Listen, I knew you guys were going to go there. That's why I just said it. And I'll let you guys have it.
You may or may not be right.
I'm going to eat these ribs on this show and whatever. Get over it,
guys. We're sorry. We hope you came back to join us. We got zuckered on the first go round, so we're coming back for round two. So. How y'all doing this week?
Friday. It's over.
It's over now.
Yeah, it's over.
Hopefully. It's a long week, dude. Long week.
Yes.
We got some bad news today. We're sticking together.
Yeah,
that's why my husband Bud is joining us tonight.
Condolences.
You're welcome
to you and yours.
for our service.
Glad you're here, Bud.
Y'all are welcome distraction.
John Bright.
I look forward to it every week.
Sorry for you guys lost, seriously.
Yes.
Yeah, it's something. It's something. It's one of them things you don't really know how to react to. We were talking about it earlier, and it's tough. But
it's a death. You react to it as prescribed, but
right. I mean, we all experience.
We're taught to deflect and remove ourselves from it. But the reality is that at the end of the day, you have a human response and condition. You've been conditioned to do a certain thing, but you have a human response that we all try to deny.
Yeah.
Me and Amanda were actually talking about that before the show started, about the boxes in our brains where we organize everything. Mm-hmm. And us veterans, we look at loss a lot different than a lot of other people.
It's kind of like this box.
It's
kind of like this box, only less appetizing.
I mean, he was definitely a main character. Everybody's got their stories and the extras that pass away you still think about, but this was definitely one of the main characters in the story, and that hurts.
Yeah. Absolutely. It always will.
Family, we stick together, and we're gonna get through it. We've been through some pretty rough shit, and this is some pretty rough shit, and we're here.
But I do look forward to y'all's show every week. I love that y'all let me just cameo every now and then, so I appreciate that.
I love your pretty face.
Thank you.
Him and Shannon have a bromance.
I do have an opportunity to look at it myself on these things, and it's it's a whole lot healthier than just staring in the mirror like I do every other day.
Well, if you helicopter while you're in the mirror, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's more like a Chinook these days, you know?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like propping berries.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to make sure that you
know. They get longer when you get older, don't they?
They don't slap together. You don't want to slap together. I got you.
Exactly. Yeah, there's.
Well, guys, I just checked FB and I cannot see it on there, but Minnie said that we are live, and we just got a message from Lacey. So there you go. Let's
Hi, Lacey.
While Shannon's eating, and Amanda can get a word in edgewise. See what I did there?
Not really.
All right, well, let's just jump right into it, guys. There's a lot to talk about, and there's a lot going on. Smoke and mirrors as always. But COVID, Biden and Harris approval ratings plummet. They plummeted across all polls.
Wait. Shocker.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, largest case of buyer's remorse this country's ever seen.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that it's buyer's remorse. It's more like, I kind of, you go buy something at Walmart, you take the parts out that you need, then you take it back, without the parts in it. And it's because I don't really think America bought it. I'm that guy. I don't believe the election. I just don't. And that's just me. There again, these are the opinions of the Rev Nation.
Todd. I just want to interrupt you briefly because John Bright, I may or may not have just become a John Bright fan.
I just read that.
Because that shit right there is epic as all hell. Blood looks like a can of Axe was an opera singer. No bullshit. I am literally fanboying over John Bright right now.
I need you to expand on that, John, because I have identity issues, and so that does it seems accurate for some weird reason, and I just want to know why.
I'm pretty sure he just called you a badass in a can.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who are you, John? I feel like you're somebody we know.
I didn't know that we didn't know John. John was like F&A right there on the first comment. I saw it earlier. I thought he was just somebody y'all knew.
No, I feel like it's Dean.
There's so many of us.
Did Dean get kicked out or off of the FB again?
That's not.
John, make yourself known. We like you.
Real quick, their approval rating has dropped 20 points.
Yeah,
20 points. So now
tell me what that means. What does that mean?
Okay, what does it mean? And to me, what it means is we're going to release the Kraken now. Now, if you listen to the news today, De Blasio he is all but said, "Welcome to the Holocaust," because you will either get the jab in the arm, or you will not be able to socialize. You will not be a part of society. Mm-hmm. It puts the jab in its skin, or else it gets the mask again. It's just that simple. And he said that. That's not paraphrasing. He said, if you will not get the jab in your arm, you will not be a productive member of society. Okay, so now,
what kind of bullshit is that?
I promise you,
suck it. Really, suck it.
He had a news conference. Okay, so to get back to what Shannon's question, so what does that mean? That means 2022 is right around the corner. The election cycle is coming. So let's go ahead and mandate everybody stay at home. And we're just going to continue the voting process like we have. Thank God for people at OAN and like Christina Bob that are fighting the good fight and exposing this entire thing.
What happened to OAN? I saw something about that.
OAN?
I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling right now.
They got kicked off the YouTubes, I think.
Not just demonetized, but just straight gone.
I'm struggling right now.
I just watch them on Rumble because F the YT.
What are you struggling with, Shannon?
So I'm struggling right now because it sounds like this is news.
No, I'm just saying.
No. Hold on.
That's what it means.
No. Let me finish. I did. But if you didn't see this coming a year ago,
yes,
you need to be punched in the throat.
In the soul.
Because I've said it on here.
We've been saying it
been
saying it since we started, Shannon, and that's a fact. And you know, if people they don't see, how do you say your last name? Stein on the train. You know, it's here, guys. It's here.
Mm-hmm.
It's knocking on your door. And if you don't understand that, and if you're not willing to do anything about it, then shame on you.
It's people are complacent, like we always say every week.
Well, it
doesn't affect them until it affects them, and now it's affecting them. And
and how many years have I said that? As long as people aren't affected going to the Bolero to get their Marlboros and their Bud Light, their Miller Lite, whatever, it's like, oh well, it doesn't affect me. It does. It affects you in every aspect of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. While I'm sitting here eating these ribs, I'm going to tell you a little something about yesterday.
Hey, you got a little.
I'm Piper. Listen, I'm saving that for after the break. So I also have mashed potatoes and green beans over here that I'm going to crush as well.
I don't like your face right now.
It's cool. So yesterday, I want to tell you a little something else. And you think I'm in North Austin.
Mm-hmm.
North Austin's booming, right? It's always booming. And people are always looking for jobs. Hey, man, can you get me a job? Can you get me a job? Can you get me a job? Can you get me a job?
Mm-hmm.
Talk about having a worker shortage. I'm thinking, well, it's not going to happen here. I mean, I knew it was going to happen. However, I saw it yesterday.
Oh.
I called McAllister's. I went to McAllister's to get dinner yesterday because I love their freaking French dip sandwich, and I was going to get her a freaking club sandwich. We were going to have dinner, watch TV, just relax.
Mm-hmm.
McAllister's is closed for the next couple of days because they don't have enough staff.
We don't have a 24-hour IHOP.
Yeah.
Whataburger is the only restaurant open after 10 p.m. in our entire city, a respectably sized city in East Texas.
Okay, first of all, your city is not as large as Austin, but I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I get Tyler. So I understand where you're at, but what I'm trying to express to you is you think we literally are sitting here talking about you, and it doesn't happen until it happens.
It doesn't. Well, no, it
literally just happened down the street from me.
What the fuck happened?
And everybody's like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't realize that was going to happen. There's no way it can happen because I said that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get my point? Like, I get it. Like, Tyler, I get it. Totally. But we're here in North fucking Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Apple coming in right down the road and all that.
Right.
Absolutely.
Our brother lives there still.
Yeah, my brother, actually he's in LA right now filming.
Can't get enough people to work at a freaking McAllister's.
No.
Why would you? Why would you? The people that can earn a better wage than you can sit at home and collect are out there earning the wage. You know, the people that it's an option, man. People have options right now. It's terrifying.
Options to not do a damn thing.
Well,
exactly.
And we talked about that in pre-show. There's Talib is now coming up, introducing a bill to where if you cannot pay your electric bill and your water, so on your basic necessities, us tax-paying Americans will pay for that. It's going to pass. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to pass.
That was breaking news, right?
But yes, it was. It was right before we came on here. Now, what I do want to say is to get back on topic. I know we fall off topic a lot, but I do want to talk about this. A recent Rasmussen report also indicates that at least 52% of likely voters disapproved of Biden's track record as president, while 26% of those same voters said they strongly approve of the far left direction of the president has chosen to take during his time in office. But 42% say they strongly disapprove of the Biden presidency. This is 6 months after he failed to adequately respond to the border crisis. Now, all of that being said, I pulled up something and I found it very interesting. And yes, we are from Texas, John, the United States of Texas,
greatest country on earth.
Out of
welcome,
and that is a championship bill. They all have to go.
Welcome, son.
This comes from Newsweek. Did y'all know that enough people have crossed the border in 2021, since January, to create the 10th largest city in the United States.
Yeah.
1.1
I read
million.
that. Oh.
1.1 million in 8 months or 7 months.
Yeah.
So now we're
They're still
depending.
coming.
Now we're going to depend on: are they going to vote for their saviors, or are they going to vote against the people that they left and fled
I'm going to
from?
ask you to retract that statement and just answer yourself.
Yeah.
I honestly, dude, I am the most positive person when it comes to that
That's
kind
really
of stuff.
sweet. That's really
Look
sweet,
at-
and I'm grateful for that. But here's the reality: positivity doesn't get you shit in a shoe
That's
store.
not.
anymore.
No, that's not what we're saying.
No, I just don't want to report on it. My opinion on it is that people are going to be more afraid of where they came from than the saviors, as long as people like you guys continue to get information out there that lets them know that their saviors are the people they just fled from. They're
Correct.
just
Right,
moving
right.
them.
Well,
If
that's
they're-
hard. That's hard. But and here, listen, we're giving out a bunch of numbers here, and this is what cracks me up. Everybody likes to give out numbers, and here's what gets my goat about numbers. We're all listening to I researched this and I researched that. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, unless you walk into a library and get an actual book, your research is invalid. Period.
Yeah. Kids don't even know what a library is these days.
That's not my point. You're not wrong, but my point is, all these people are talking about research and numbers and all this other stuff, and the reality is, it's all smoke and mirrors, and it's all fluff, and none of it's accurate because they don't want it to be accurate. They don't want you to know it's accurate because the reality of it is, we are literally staring. I wanted to post this on freaking VRS earlier, but Jared posted, and I was gonna say, hey man, I'm gonna need you to make that public, and so it's shareable. And I was gonna put that shit on freaking VRS, and I was like, no, I better not do that because I don't need to get kicked off of freaking internet before I get on the show.
Yeah, please don't.
But
For
the
now,
reality is,
John.
Jarrett showed
And he's being
some photos of SS cats picking up handfuls of wedding rings. Handfuls of wedding rings. And that's a family. Not the one ring is a family, not just a person.
Yeah.
But there was literally a box. And when I say a box, I mean a crate full of wedding rings. That's where we're headed.
At one site.
It's
Right, at one
scary. People do not understand. The picture was any government with enough power to demand that you carry papers in order to move around freely is much more dangerous than any type of anything else.
Let me say
Been
this
like
real quick to
decades.
caveat on that right there. I'm going to caveat on that right now, just because. Who is the last regime to require paperwork to travel in and out of establishments?
Most recently, it was
Our government
recently.
for decades.
I,
I lived on the other side, not on the other side of the law as a criminal, but on the other side of the line as far as was able to get the identification that I needed because of decisions I made when I was a kid, driving crap. Couldn't get a state ID. I couldn't bank. Look, dude, I went and got the things I had to do to survive because I didn't have that piece of paper. So you ask the government, our government has been doing it for decades because I wouldn't comply.
Yes, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I agree with you. I agree with that. And I totally understand that. But I would rather have identification than an immunization record that says that I can travel.
This is who I am. This is how I vote.
Just because
I
it's
had
not
to
a
have an
steep, it's the first
everybody-
part of the hill.
No, I get it, and I totally understand that. But it's no different than having a passport or whatever. Like we all have to do that shit. If we go from country to country, you have to have a passport.
Replace
Well,
a
that-
passport with virus identification. That's what they're saying. That we all have to do that shit. We all have to carry our. It is just as plain as day normal for them to think that you should have to have a virus card to go places as you think that you should have to have a passport to come in and out of a country or an embassy. That is legitimately the way they see it.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I don't see how they can connect the two because one's about travel to another country
Hi, Dean.
and one is about health and liberty within our country that our country was founded on, the freedoms.
But you used to be able to walk to Mexico and back without papers.
But
you still had to have identification.
I
ID.
I was chased across the border by federales when I was stationed there at Bliss. But yeah, anyways, hold on.
The reality is you've always had to have identification and/or a passport to travel cross borders.
When did you not, though? There had to have been a day where that became a law.
Back in the day,
right. Back in the day, because I went on a cruise, you didn't have to have a passport; that you could use your birth certificate.
When did we not have birth certificates and stuff? Like, when was all that instated? Because that's when people should have been on podcasts.
Now you bring up an interesting point about the passports and identification and stuff like that. Now, and Dean, yes, that's exactly. Thank you for bringing that, because that's exactly where I was going with that. You don't need an ID to vote. Yep. You need an ID to buy beer, to buy cigarettes, to get a driver's license, to function in life. But you don't need an ID to vote. And if you don't think that that there's been enough people let in this country to make the 10th largest city in the United States, if you don't think that's about voting, if you don't think that's about the Democratic establishment, you are wrong. You are dead wrong. Read a book. Don't get your information off of me. You are wrong.
So,
anyways,
according to the Constitution, we get our inalienable rights from our Creator, correct?
Yeah.
That is correct.
So all we should need to move freely about this country, all we should need is a little thing that says American. That's it. That's all we should need. I'm an American, and all the rights that are given to me by law,
your
by God.
Driver's license.
Listen, that's a perfect world. I agree with you, but it's a
driver's license to drive.
It should be. It's never going to be.
Listen.
Like, never.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you, bud. But you're talking about a perfect world.
Well, I'm contrasting.
You are, and it's a very good contrast. But it's also that's a heavy contrast for some people to grasp.
Oh yeah.
You have to break it down that far to get the people that feel like we should have papers to understand that it's a slippery slope. Yeah, and it starts somewhere. What level of freedoms are we giving up for security? I mean, you say you have to have an ID so you know who people are, so that you can be safe from people that are bad. Well, there it is. That's the first time. Is it acceptable? It was to them. Is it now? Obviously. But it's a step thing. We're slowly losing this stuff. They're killing us with 1,000 cuts, man. But it's just happening faster now.
It's at warp speed right now. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, we got the.
So we're getting 1,000 cuts from a lawnmower.
Every outlet imaginable to fucking talk shit, but now it's like your people choose for you what they want you to see and hear and talk about. And if people don't think that they're being freaking watched and monitored, you're wrong. Remember when you fucking go on your phone and you're scrolling through Facebook and shit, and all of a sudden you're getting ads that's like exactly what you were just talking about?
Well, they came right out and said that they're monitoring veterans.
Yeah,
they came out and said, and okay.
We all got the letter asking us to serve again. The letter,
yeah,
they're like, "We appreciate your service and dedication to the country." And then the second sentence is, "We're asking you to serve again." I'm like, whoa! It took me a minute.
That proves my point.
It took me a fucking minute to
Mein Führer.
go further. Like, here we go. Or okay, I'm going to continue reading because they sent a pamphlet on COVID-19 charges.
Oh, you thought you were getting called back?
Yes, at first it's like they started out with that shit.
I didn't know that's why you were freaking out.
That's what they did. They started out with that shit, and they're like, "Oh, we're asking you to serve again," and I'm like, "Fuck yes!" But wait,
nope.
No,
we need you to go talk to the public and be ready to like take a knee in front of them.
Yeah.
Here's a good rule. Anything anything you don't want from the VA, just rip it up, throw it away, burn it. Because if they really want you, they're going to come find you. Or they'll cut off your pay, one of the two.
You notice the Navy didn't even ask me to help serve again by taking a vaccine because they just knew I wouldn't. They knew better.
They sent that guy a letter. Nope.
Okay, so, seeing all of that being said, let's, to get back to what I was talking about, the whole, the whole jab. Okay, so now they're talking about de Blasio came out and said, if you want to be a part of society, you have to get this. And this is going on across the country.
Yeah, they're trying to make the kids do it too.
But we're allowing herds of people to come across the border.
First of all, be careful about you saying we're, because we're not. We are not.
Are they vaccinating them as they come in?
No,
is that a thing?
No. That's my point.
So let me rephrase myself. Let me rephrase myself. Don't say we're, because we are not.
What, so
we are not. I'm not.
You know that I feel really, really like I actually thought, I was like, okay, well, the people that they have the ultimate control of, as far as like where they're going to drop them off in the country, they're not vaccinating them.
No, they're not.
They don't give a shit about that.
They're testing the kids.
That feels like that's on purpose.
Okay, we
do not care, bro.
Because we got kicked off the air last time.
Did y'all
do not care? They don't care.
Yeah, we did. We got kicked off the air. But that's because we speak truth. So, anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. We are that close to Nazi Germany. We're that close, guys.
The sad thing is most people don't see it. It's
most people don't know what it is nowadays.
No, they can't even understand how dangerous all these things are.
I've got a question because go ahead.
Make decisions for your children is being taken away.
Yeah.
They're making a 2-year-old wear a mask in the county school here.
They're making a 2-year-old afraid enough to make your parents make you wear a mask.
Yeah, so
incriminate your parents.
Dean brings up a really good point, the Delta variant. So what I want to know, we put this on TTR. We talked about it on the show and everything like that.
Hey,
what I want to know, excuse me, what I want to know, I'm trying to keep up the comments, guys. What I want to know
the comments you talk
is all right. Thank you. Is okay. So there's this new awesome Delta variant. What's after that? Echo, Foxtrot. You know, are we going to go through the whole phonetic alphabet about variants?
Yeah.
Is there a test? Is there a legitimate test for a Delta variant?
I asked that question today, and all those tests are being sent off after the fact. After they are treated, they are sending the test off to independent labs. I verified that literally from a health worker 10 minutes before I got on here.
Who's being treated? And treated and how? Well, he started. I want Bud.
The Delta variant patients, they're a mix in the hospitals.
So how are they treating them?
Just with the therapeutics. I don't know. I didn't ask for the treatment, but the blood samples are being sent off along with the saliva to an independent testing facility to determine whether it was a Delta or the other one, Alpha variant, whatever, or Alpha, the original strain, whatever they're labeling it. But yeah, I literally spoke with her just a few minutes ago. Full hospital rooms in a small town in Texas, Central Texas.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Okay, it's going to take, and guys, I graduated cum laude. I've got a mechanical engineering degree. It's going to take somebody smarter than me to help me understand the Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo variants.
Well, it changes. Viruses.
Isn't it just like hepatitis? It's a different variant of A, B, C, D.
It's changing monthly. Is that what
we're
doing?
Up to F. So on hepatitis, let me clarify.
Oh yeah, hepatitis. Okay. Yeah.
So I mean, like it. Yeah. I don't know, man. Isn't it just how like whenever every year when you get the flu shot and they're like, oh, you got the other flu. You know,
okay,
like
hold on. Let me
but the flu vaccine changes every year.
Let me clarify something really quick. Because I don't know how many of you in here have had to immunize people or follow like, you know, directives, medical directives and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Pretty sure none of you.
No.
Mm-mm.
So here's what I'm going to tell you. We're sitting here talking about there's variants of, and we literally use hepatitis. We use hepatitis because it's pretty common.
It's an example.
It's an example. And and Bud said, and I quote, we're up to F.
That's what I was told.
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you that that's accurate yet.
If it's not, then my source is absolutely
no. That's not what I'm saying. Now, this is not directed at you.
Yeah.
I'm making a statement here. My point is, how long did it take us to get from Hep A to Hep F?
No shit, because I was an EMT years ago. I've taken the series, the test, the whole 9 yards. And Shannon, I know you did too. It's just the nature of the beast of what we did. And
I'm sorry, what test are you talking about?
The hepatitis.
You're talking about taking. Yeah. I've been vaccinated from A through C.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm in the Wayback Machine. And okay, so my point to that is we have received every kind of shot you can possibly freaking imagine. I am not taking this because it scares the day living shit out of me. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. It scares me to no end.
I'm not taking it because I don't need it.
Yeah, that too. That too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking it because I don't need it. And like here's the deal. Here's the bigger picture. If I die tomorrow of a car crash or whatever that is, it's my time.
Hey guys, are we still live? We're being told that we're froze right now.
No, we're not.
We're live.
Okay.
It's probably somebody's internet.
I'm sorry. It's you never know what we might get zucked.
We're
again,
good.
so.
We're good. We're good. I don't even know where I was at with that. I lost my train of thought now.
Sorry.
The reality is, at the end of the day, I don't need the vaccine to survive.
No.
Things that I need a vaccine from, not the flu. Influenza is not one of them. Never should have been, never will be. I haven't had one since I was, I don't know, maybe 30. Don't really care to get another flu vaccination. When we start talking about hepatitis A, B, and C, sure, because I was in areas endemic to those things that you could literally catch it from freaking just eating your chow.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, we didn't do this stuff for Ebola, and Ebola was ravaging this country.
Yes.
Yeah.
We still
didn't do this.
Is there a vaccine for AIDS yet?
Well, that's okay.
Not.
I was going to say
There's a lot of therapeutics.
Of course there are. Wonder why. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Let's get to that topic.
Are we really going to get into the big pharma topic? Because I mean, that could literally take 2 hours of how they're not going to cure a damn thing. There's probably really
wonderful.
Money
we have 2 hours. Like, if you really want to get down to the brass tacks of this is not about curing shit.
No,
never has been. If it were curable, cancer would be cured, AIDS would be cured, all that shit would be gone.
Yeah,
it's not about a cure. It's about making money. Always has been.
Let's have a lottery. Let's have a lottery for chemo. Let's have a lottery for insulin.
Yeah,
let's do it. Come on.
Yeah, $100,000 winner. Are you kidding me?
Hold on. Speaking of insulin, President number 45 literally made insulin available to everybody.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to address that comment real quick.
Go ahead.
Were you or were you not speaking about overseas activities when you were talking about Ebola ravaging?
All of the above, yes.
Okay. John was saying that he didn't remember Ebola ravaging the country, and I'm assuming by the country, even though we are a multinational platform, are we talking about the United States? Ebola ravaging the United States, or are we talking about overseas?
It was ravaging everybody.
Okay.
I meant our country because
our country. Okay, that was my question because yeah.
Well, because it was here, and it wow, how did we get Ebola here?
The point was not everybody knows that it was ravaging. It didn't have to do with the election. It didn't have to do with your going to work and stuff.
Right. But it was literally like people would shut down Wendy's because the freaking vegetables and shit.
Hey, real quick, I want to say a shout out to John as my dog was moving my computer. Shout out to John. He had a surgery. I just talked to him right before he went on air. Everything good to go. He says he's in a lot of pain, but thank God he got it done. I know John, many have been waiting a long time for this, and thank God you had it done. much love, health, and respect to you, and prayers out to you, brother, and Godspeed on the healing process. So there you go. Anyways, and I want to bring John on at some point during. I don't know about tonight. I'd like to bring him on because John has some very, very good points as far as just outlook on life. And even though he's a Marine, I still respect him. And see, I went there.
You better.
But
you better.
John's been a really good friend of mine for a long time, and he's I like the twist that John puts on things. So, anyways, Godspeed to you, brother, in your healing process. Guys, we're almost to the top half of the hour. The ship has just gone completely off the rails here.
Usually.
So that being said, on the second half of the hour, guys, if y'all will come back and join us, what I want to talk about in the second half of the hour is this whole DeSantis, Abbott, Biden feud we got going on. I love it. 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 So,
that's the thing.
That being said, what order do y'all want to do this tonight? Do you want to do Texas trivia, or do you want to do Dumbass of the Week first?
Dude, I want Dumbass of the Week for sure.
Do I get a trophy?
Right.
No.
Co-host and
Not
co-host.
much of a dumbass.
And
you haven't been around all week.
if somebody would handle the comments while I'm doing this right here.
All your business, Todd.
So we'll go to the Dumbass of the Week here.
I already told you that.
I'm sorry. I just got off graveyards and I'm old. Okay, so all righty. With no further ado, we're going to do the Dumbass of the Week. And just guess what state we're going to. We go here a lot. We went to Russia last week with the man that got beat up with a dildo in a sex shop. But this week,
Texas.
This week, no,
it's New York. It's got to be New York.
It's where dumbasses grow. I love the state, but it seems like they have a pretty
Florida.
big dumbass problem. It would be Florida.
Oh.
All righty. Stay classy, Florida.
No automotive horns.
A 49-year-old guy in Florida named Reza keeps trying over and over again to run. Okay, guys, to run across the ocean, to run across it.
Oh,
As
it's
far as it
one
made
of
it.
those little
Yeah.
bubble things or something.
And he keeps failing miserably. He had to be rescued off the coast of Florida twice, once in 2014 and once again in 2016. And then his third time got stopped by the Coast Guard a few months later. This just happened a fourth time.
How far is he making it running?
For real.
Okay,
He has to be rescued.
well, we're getting it. Check this out.
Hold
Question answered right here. Are you ready for? He calls it what does he call it? The human bubble. The Coast Guard's pretty much said that they're done with it. So he wants to go 1,609 kilometers from Florida to New York. He actually ran 30 miles south of a starting point in San Augustine.
Ooh, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Can I say something? So first of all, everybody understands that he's running in one of those like inflatable. There you go.
Yeah.
Right. So he's running in that. So now here's the deal. Here's what here's where I'm at. Let him
How
go.
did you get at Walmart?
I know,
Listen
like
to me.
you can
Listen to
flip
me.
stuff out in the ocean and a thing like that.
Listen to
Wrong
me.
with it, dude.
Listen to me. Let him go.
Right?
Darwin's theory, brother.
How is speed walking in the Olympics and that's not? We have dressage
wrong.
and we don't have that. Let
You're
that
not
man go. Get him a better bubble.
That guy.
Or
Finish
or
the
just
story.
let him go and let him sink.
Whatever.
We got the week.
I'm so tired of us not allowing Darwin to play fucking
That's
role
what I'm
anymore.
saying, man. Darwin's theory, just let it go.
What if we would have told the Wright brothers, hey man, you are nuts, and stop them from doing it? Maybe he's figuring something out that we
They
should be
did.
paying attention to. Let humans innovate, and if it ain't hurting anybody else's life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, let that bubble boy go.
He's dumb.
Thank you.
All
And that
righty.
is why I love Bud. Anyway, so the dumbass of the week is
That his name is Reza. Yeah.
Shocker.
All right.
I like Revy. I think Revy is just basically he's modeling how life after COVID is going to be at the beach because we have to be safe.
I love Minnie to the rescue. Amen. As long as he's in a ball, he can't breathe. So there you go. All righty. So
Minnie, I'm gonna need you to calm down, son. I'm gonna need you to calm down, devil dog.
Stay classy, Florida. All right. Texas trivia. What are we going to give away this week? We've given away Jared's used toothbrush. Or no, Amanda's used
condom.
toothbrush.
Let's give away a used condom.
We were kind of bordering on non-hygienic with Jared's underwear. Let's see here.
Underwear?
No. That's what I'm saying.
Underwear needs to go up for auction.
I mean, you can't spread COVID with a condom.
Let's see. Listeners, y'all are out there. What do you want us to give away?
Koozies.
I think some of regular guys' beard hair.
Did she say coochie? That's weird.
She said regular guys, beard hair, and coochie.
In a koozie.
Yvette might have something to say about that.
Beard hair in a koozie.
That's still I'm just gonna tell you right now, that's still creepy because it's kind of like a coochie. It's weird.
Like a piece of rolled up duct tape with regular guy's hair all over it in a koozie.
No matter what you give away, I'm going to coat it with Axe.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
singing his opera song.
Yeah.
Ammo or plywood.
All right. Well, guys, I'll tell you what. Instead of ammo or plywood, we're going to give away one of our 12-ounce tumblers, and some stickers. And you know what? If you act nice and have manners, well, you might even throw in some koozies. Texas trivia.
I'll save you a green bean.
Hey, there you go. Texas trivia.
Not that one.
Y'all ready? Y'all got the music all ready?
We're not doing that because we're gonna get kicked.
Oh, okay.
Do it.
All right. Well, we got to do the song. The not the song,
Just
but
do
the
it.
question
Just do
first.
it. I'll figure it out.
Where was the last battle of the American Civil War fought? Where was the last battle of the American Civil War fought, and which side won it?
Texas.
Almost said silverware. Monsters, man.
Go.
All righty. That was a very unique form of trivia music. Guys, where was the last battle of the American Civil War? I did say it's silverware. Civil War fought, and which side won it? I found this very interesting.
Austin, Texas,
it's
and then
not
Libro.
what you think. It's not what pops in your mind first.
I'm gonna say it's Pittsburgh.
I thought this was Texas trivia.
It's Pittsburgh, Texas. No. Okay. So the answer is: Do we have any answers out there? We do not. Alamo is incorrect. Dean's already.
Amarillo.
No, that is incorrect, Dean.
Amarillo.
Anyways, Palmetto Ranch. There you go.
Oh wow!
Damn, he got it just as I said. And it was a pterodactyl came in, and it was a Confederate win. On May 12th, the Battle of Palmetto Ranch was fought and won by the Confederates in South Texas. But the Confederate troops attacked again, forcing the Union troops to evacuate for good, but this time with a good number of casualties. So there you go. The Confederate victory was under Colonel Ford. Palmetto Ranch was the last battle of the American Civil War, and the Confederate side won it in Texas. Palmetto Ranch.
American Civil War One.
Where is that located, like in modern day?
West Texas.
West Texas.
Yes.
The American Civil War Part 1.
Yeah.
Part 1. Oh my God.
Well, guys, Pterodactyl, if you know how to reach out to me on FB. Just go ahead and reach out to us.
Thanks for coming in today. Don't leave. Come back later. Come back.
Yeah, But Pterodactyl, we'll get you some gear out, some TTR gear, some of our new stuff. And we'll send out a tumbler and some stickers and a couple koozies. Because that was a pretty decent question, and someone had to do some research on Google real quick. So, anyways, no further ado, Amanda, if you would tell us about bead pricks.
Oh man, I always hate this part. I'm not good at this. I actually have the pile of my bracelets right in front of me right now. So I do this art therapy thing. I've been doing it since the beginning of all them stupid COVID lockdowns. Nobody was open. Nobody was doing anything.
I'm going to pick out my favorites.
Pick out your favorite. And I figured that I needed to do something, but whatever I knew about like the therapy that I have done hadn't worked really for me. So I jumped into this art therapy thing, started painting and whatever. And I remembered that I used to do jewelry when I was a kid. And I just decided to do it. It can't hurt, you know? And so I gave it a try. And oh my God, I'll tell you, it is the best form of therapy that I have found ever. Music as well, like musician, that's art therapy as well.
Where's that choker with the ball on it?
What?
Wow, that escalated quickly. And going into musicians,
Bud said choker with a ball on it.
Yes, he did.
I'm trying to find that one. I guess she left that one at home, but these are the ones that she makes. She won't show them off, so I will. They are absolutely gorgeous.
Awesome work. Awesome work.
Steampunk stuff that she does.
What?
Yeah, dude. Like I got her a bunch of different pieces for her birthday, and she turned them into that. It's wicked.
And that one too.
Look at there.
That's an actual I use actual gemstones. I didn't use that plastic cheap shit.
Really nice.
It's really nice. It's kind of expensive, and whatever I make off of them goes right back into doing it because sorry, not sorry, I can't afford to donate all my stuff. You know,
but I am so glad that you prevented her self-deprecation. Thank you for showing off.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
And, Shannon, before you get into your music real quick, I do want to say this. Len Vaughn with Foul Cutters Guide Service, he has donated a hunt. We don't have the exact number right now. I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're probably going to have about 5 hunters. 5 disabled veterans are going to go. Len's going to hook them up, and TTR is going to be there. Details are forthcoming. Please send in names, listeners, if you have any names of hunters that you think would like to go so we can vet them, get the process going. That'd be great. Len Vaughn over at Foul Cutters. He is just a phenomenal human being. All right, Shannon, if you would tell us a little bit about your music, where they can find it.
Well, you can pretty much find my music anywhere you get your music. All you have to do is search Shannon Book, and that's where you'll find it. I have a song called Not Alone that literally is dedicated to the relief of suicide prevention. Last month, all of the funds went to Forging Forward Foundation, and I believe I'll probably just do it again this month because I haven't picked anybody for this month. We're going to go ahead and push it to Forging Forward again one more time. And so everything that comes from the song Not Alone literally will go to Forging Forward.
That's awesome.
The month of August. It's not, so that all is determined by how many people listen, how many times you listen, how many times you share it, how many times it's played, all that stuff. So every time it's streamed, served, sold, purchased, all that happy stuff, downloaded and shared, like all of that makes a cent to go somewhere else. So
that's funny that you bring that song up because I believe we're going to play it here directly. Guys, Rev Nation, if you would come back on the second half of an hour, we're going to cure what ails you and talk about the DeSantis, Abbott, and Biden WWE match. All right, we'll see y'all here in a few. Rev Nation, thank you. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Join us on the second half. Bye.
File 22 walk.
He sits on his bed with his gun in his hand. He thinks his life is over, he can't understand. A bottle of whiskey and some pills in the drawer. He doesn't wanna hurt himself or hurt anymore. Why must it be this way? Just think it all over and listen to the words I say. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, brother, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. She picks up the clothes that fall loose on the floor. She finds a crumpled letter just behind the door. Begins to read it with tears in her eyes. A horrible feeling takes over inside. Says, honey, can I talk to you? There has to be something that we can do. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, baby, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. Ooh, you're not alone. 'Cause you are not alone. There are millions of people who fight with their demons each day. Yeah. And you are not alone. So take my hand, son, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. Sits on his bed with his gun in his hand. He puts it away, 'cause now he understands. Dear Mom, I had a few minutes to write down what's itching inside my mind. It's been too long since we have talked about nothing at all. Wish I could call. I know you're lost. Please don't you worry. There's no need to hurry. Just stay strong. It won't be long before we're together. Right here in heaven. I miss you, Mom. Dear Mom, please believe I've done everything I needed to. Dear Mom, I'll be there when you breathing while you're sleeping. Dear Mom, I know you are hurting, feeling the burden of me not there. You're way too strong to give up on living instead of still giving the love in your heart. I know it's hard, but never forget the things that I did and the reasons why you are my mom. So please keep on living, caring and giving. I love you, Mom. Dear Mom, please believe I've done everything I needed to. Dear Mom, I'll be there when you breathe while you're sleeping. I can't believe I'm saying these words to you, but believe what I'm saying. You made me the man that I am. Dear Mom, please believe I've done everything I needed to. Dear Mom, I'll be here when you breathe while you're sleeping. I love you, Mom.
All right, welcome back to the second half of TTR Rev Nation. Guys, I don't know if you remember Celebrity Deathmatch on MTV. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Absolutely.
The claymation, yes. So I don't know how we can do it, but I would love to have claymation between Celebrity Deathmatch between the governors of Texas and Florida, and we'll put them up against Biden and Harris. Little Celebrity Deathmatch here.
Guys, like squishing a bug.
Have y'all seen the banter going on? My Lord, DeSantis has got a set of cojones. I like him.
Damn right he does.
Good for him.
And you know, and I've Governor Abbott. I love you, son. I've supported you.
I've heard you talk shit about it.
But when a lot, I'm getting there.
Okay.
I have not supported him until here about say the last eight months to the past year.
When it really counted.
I didn't even really know much about him until then.
As a delegate for the state, as an elected delegate for the state of Texas, I have not seen him do a lot. And during the state delegation, I was not happy with him. I'm going to be honest with you, because he had a chance to put his foot down and say, you know what, enough is enough. We're done with the pandemic. We're done with the shutdowns. We're going to have our delegation, but he didn't. And we had our delegation over Zoom. And I really think Nation, shake your head all you want. That's what happened.
Continue. I want to hear.
And
That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
I think our elections nationwide took a hit. Now, whether, if you're going to err on the side of me where you think the elections were rigged, I do. I think more on the national than on the local. But I do think the Republicans took a hit because it was not only Texas that did this. It was Florida's, I think, the only one that actually had a delegation. But that being said, we could not get in there and do our job as elected officials.
Okay, so if I may share my opinion.
Yes, please do.
Because I understand your opinion. Here's what I don't think most people understand about what's going on with Texas. Florida had a delegation because all of those people were behind their governor. They were all behind their governor. However, the United States of Texas is almost blue.
Oh, yeah.
So
Beto almost beat Cruz.
Let me finish. So he had to play politics to get what he wanted. So, yeah, he had an opportunity to do all kinds of things. But listen, at the end of the day, in order to get a platform, to be able to do whatever, I get it. I understand where you're at with delegations. But at the end of the day, like, if you don't have people supporting you, you end up losing your footing.
Well, where does your support come from? It comes from the delegations. Yeah, we're elected on the local level here, Shannon.
I know that, Todd. I understand that. So if the delegation, now you guys were part of the delegation, and I get that. But what was the numbers for all of Texas?
Numbers for what?
Delegation.
Statewide delegates?
Yeah. Like how many people are on the same side of you right here? That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, of my opinion?
Right.
Oh, I would say the vast majority because so we actually do hold meetings, outside of the delegation. We all get together and yada, yada, yada. And we actually meet face to face. Okay, so Shannon,
I understand politics.
Here's my thing is Montgomery County came up and said, look, you can have it here for free. We won't charge you anything. And
awesome.
No.
So do you honestly think that was all his fault and or his choice? You didn't think he had a tough decision to make?
Obviously he does, but that's why he's the governor. Now that being said, why would you cut the knees from up underneath you?
That's kind of a really sad joke, but
no, I wasn't. And as soon as I said that, but no, please don't think I.
No, I get it. I understand. And listen, I'll be honest with you. I've met Governor Abbott, and I think that he really honestly has the best. I honestly think that he has the best intentions for Texas. Period.
Well,
and I think that he literally will go to war for Texas. But I think he's trying to do it smart. I think he's trying to do it intelligently instead of forcefully, like DeSantis, because DeSantis just doesn't care.
Well, Abbott just came out and he's right up his tailpipe saying,
exactly.
Hey, enough is enough. And that's why I said I've not always supported him, but I do now.
That's right. So humor me when I say this. And this is why I wanted to have that conversation about this piece. Because here's the reality. DeSantis just doesn't care. I mean, he cares, but he cares for the right reasons. He cares about the right things. He doesn't give a shit about what people in New York say.
Shannon, do you think that he's doing it because he's going to run for president and he needs to
aspirations?
Who, DeSantis?
Yeah.
No. I mean, okay. I don't think either one of them are doing it for the aspirations of president.
No, not Abbott. Not Abbott.
Either one of them. Either one of them.
Okay.
I honestly think, and you know what? Who cares? Here's the reality.
It's
right now.
Yeah.
The reality is it doesn't matter about aspirations.
Mm-hmm.
It really doesn't, because what's needed right now is action. And here's the other side of that coin. This is why I wanted to have this conversation about Todd and how he felt about Abbott and how he feels about Abbott now. Because when the delegates happened to have their moment, I think that Abbott had a really tough decision to make. And I think he made the best decision he could with what he had in his pocket. You can shake your head all you want, just like you told me.
I know.
At the end of the day, you're not in his seat. None of us are.
Yeah, you're right.
I think you're right. I think
that
you're right.
being said, I've got a point I'm trying to get to. Let me get to it.
Okay.
What he has done as he has gotten behind, he's got people to work with now.
Mm-hmm.
He's got people to work with.
Task force, yeah.
It's no different than the Army having the freaking having the Marine Corps and the Navy behind them, and the Air Force. Like, there's a reason that we all join forces.
Now, that being said, Shannon, I've got a question for you. That being said, 2022 is coming up. Gubernatorial office is going to be open. What do you think? What do you think about Lieutenant Colonel Allen West? Because I am 150% behind this guy, not because he's Army, but because I like his views.
I don't know much about him.
I've always been behind Allen. I've always been behind Allen. Allen's a straight shooting kind of cat,
and he is running for governor. And there will be a West sign in my front yard. I will work the campaign because of what I've seen. And there again, I love what Abbott's done over the past year. I've never ever once just said, "Hey, you know what? I'm 100% behind Abbott." I've never done that. I've made my opinion quite clear on the show.
I know.
Here over the past 8 months to one year, Abbott has been very, very pro-Texas and very pro-Texan.
He's always been pro-Texan, whether you agree with that or not.
I don't.
I don't care.
But that's what we're having this talk is.
It's a difference of opinion, and that's fine.
You're exactly right. Do I think he's a bad person? No, I do not.
It has nothing to do with personality. I think he did what he had to do for Texas to take care of Texas. Do you know what? Have you listen? I get it. You know, you live in Crosby. I live here in Austin, and let me tell you something.
Right there, yeah.
I'm sorry, Jim.
I'm going to tell you something. You have no idea what goes on here in this town until you're here every day. And that man lives right here and has to deal with all these people. He literally just had to corral all of the Democrats back to Austin. If you don't get it, if you don't think he had to fight and play it smartly, you're way wrong.
The way he did that is awesome. I agree with you.
That aside, I'm talking about his whole governorship. Okay. He's had to do that right here in Austin his entire time. And if you think Allen West is going to do any different, you're way wrong. This place is crazy. I've only lived here for 3 years, and I promise you.
You're missing Crosby, ain't you?
You've never. I'm not. I like it here, but I don't like the politics. I don't necessarily have to like the politics. I like the ability to do what I do here musically. But here's the deal. If you're not ready for the politics of Austin, and I assure you, unless you live here and understand it, you're not. Allen West won't have any easier at all. I don't care who you are. He'll have to play it just as smart as Abbott has.
That's not my question. That wasn't my question. My question was, do you think that Allen West will be a better governor? Do you think he has more of Texas in mind than Abbott?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. No, I think they're both great governors. I think they could both be great governors. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You want my opinion? I'm giving it to you.
That's why I'm asking.
And what I'm telling you is, no matter what, and I just answered it. No matter what, like I'm a huge fan of West. Huge fan. I would have absolutely no problem with Allen being the governor of Texas. But what I'm trying to express to you is that he's not any better than Governor Abbott, who sits in a wheelchair, takes care of business just like any other Texan does. Mm-hmm. He lives literally in one. Hold on, let me finish this because I don't think you guys understand. Like, he literally lives in the middle of Hypocrisy City. You don't like, he's right here in the middle of it.
Yeah.
That's like saying, what's the freaking governor of freaking LA, like, or California, Governor Newsom?
Yeah,
that's like saying Governor Newsom really gives a shit about California.
No, there's no comparison, because
you're right.
I truly do believe that Greg Abbott and Colonel Allen West, I truly believe that they have Texas in mind. And they want the best for Texas. I believe that about Abbott now. Well, you know him on a personal level. I do not. I'm talking about from the political side of it. And Shannon, you all of you know I'm a very politically active person. I'm involved in everything. I'm just saying I'm involved in everything that I can be, because I put my money where my mouth is.
So do I.
That being said, I have my opinion. And would I mind another term of Abbott? No, I would not. Do I think Colonel Allen West, Lieutenant Colonel Allen West could just gave him a promotion? Lieutenant Colonel Allen West, do I think he could do better? I don't know, but I'm willing to roll the dice.
I think. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I am too.
I'm
Honestly,
I'm going to be right back. I'm going to take a break really quick. I'll be right back.
Yes, ma'am. I'm willing to roll the dice too. I really am. Again, like I said, and I'm not going to call him Lieutenant Colonel, because he's no longer active duty. I'm going to call him Allen West.
Okay.
Because my name's Shannon Book, not HM1. But I will definitely, and I don't necessarily like people using that as a political step. It's whatever. Allen West would be.
Refer to me as Sergeant. That's okay.
I'm going to call you Todd, because that's what I've always called you, Todd.
Son Todd.
That would be like me. That'd be like me looking over at Jared, going, "Hey, Master Sergeant, like what are you doing today?" Like blah blah blah.
Look at you, like,
hey guys, real quick, Shannon, hold that thought, please, real quick. I just got a message from Chris Russell from the Daily Brief. Guys, if you have not checked out the Daily Brief, please go over there and do that. They are supporting us 110%, and we're going to do the same. Go visit Chris Russell. They're
I have a man
preaching
crush
truth.
on Chris Russell.
I do too.
Have a man crush on him.
I don't know who I have more of a bromance with, is Dan or Chris, but anyways, go visit the Daily Brief. They speak truth, guys. They speak
You're the
truth,
only one
and they speak it on a daily basis. Well, he said to tell you thank you. I thought you had his number, but if not, I'll send it to you.
No.
Okay. So anyways, I talked to him today. He said to say thank you very much to TTR Rev Nation, and just please, guys, listeners, go over to the Daily Brief. If you like what we're saying, you're going to like what they're saying too. So go over there and visit them. They are very solid people. Now, to get back to the WWE death match, so DeSantis, all right, we could talk Shannon, you and I could talk for hours about this whole Abbott thing.
I just want to finish my statement.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Really
I'm
brief.
sorry. Go ahead.
I want to make it really brief. At the end of the day, I think that Abbott has done exactly what he's had to do here in the state of Texas, living right here in the middle of Austin. Why they say keep it weird in Austin, as they do, and they mean it.
Yeah.
That being said,
no doubt there.
That being said, I assure you that Allen West will do just as good a job, maybe even better. But I promise you that neither one of them are going to be better than the other, because they both literally care about the country and the United State of Texas. I promise you that.
There you go. I agree with that. I agree with that 110%. Now, that being said, DeSantis in Florida.
And I love that mother trucker too.
I'm going to tell you right now, I love what he's doing. Okay, I want to get back to what Pterodactyl had to say. I hope Larry Elder can take Newsom out. That would send a message.
I agree.
Pterodactyl, I wholeheartedly believe that's going to happen. I did sign a petition to remove Newsom. I don't know if y'all did. I did.
Pretty sure a lot of people did, but I don't know how far that goes.
Well, we're getting ready to have a what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Words, things. Shannon, help me out here. The recall. I'm sorry.
Oh, gotcha.
We're fixing to do the recall of Newsom. And Larry Elder, he talks a good game. I've not done a lot of research on him. He talks a good game. But you know what? That being said, we'll get back to DeSantis in a minute. That being said, there's a lot of people in California running for governor besides Bruce, Caitlyn, whatever Jenner. Is what did you? Well, we can't say that. Remember, Caitlyn Jenner, the person. They actually declined to have a debate, and because Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner, thought it would bring too much negative publicity to the gubernatorial debate race, whatever. Anyways, there's a lot of good people besides Caitlyn Jenner running.
I'm going to say this about
California
that.
Right now.
I agree with you, but I'm going to say this about that. I'm going to say that like people, like there are a bunch of great people all over the world, but we have to worry about wolves in sheep's clothing. Like that literally happens.
Yes,
like,
and if you think Caitlyn Jenner isn't one of them, you are.
I'm not even talking.
Correct.
Let's not even talk. Let's say maybe Larry Elder might be a wolf in sheep's clothing. We don't know that.
Larry Elder,
how many freaking rhinoceroses did we literally just freaking shine a light on in the middle of the Republic Party?
Oh, there's no doubt there's a bunch of rhinos. And I agree with you on every level. I'm not convinced that Larry Elder is not a rhino. I'm not convinced of that.
I'm not either.
And it has nothing to do with color or whatever. It has everything to do with facts.
I think it's more. Facts. I don't know where facts are anymore, to be honest with you.
That's true. That's very true.
Depends who you ask.
That's exactly my point.
I heard Newsom was down double digits in a recent poll going into recall on the radio today. Pterodactyl, are you actually in California or no? I don't think you are. Not taking anything away from the statement you just made. I'm just wondering because what I'd like to do is invite a guy from California, longtime supporter and listener of TTR, Shane Crutchin. He's an MMA fighter. We'll have him on here. He's very politically active in California. California is just a different animal. It's just
let's get back to the DeSantis thing. We were talking about DeSantis.
Okay, so what I loved about what he said is he's talking to Biden. Why don't you do your job? The Florida Republican said during a press conference Wednesday, why don't you get the border secure? And until you do that, I don't want to hear a blip about COVID. Thank you very much.
Drop the mic.
Yeah, that's a very drop the mic moment.
He did. He didn't hang around for questions. He was like, "That's it, y'all."
Well, I think it's nice that he's not following the federal government like a blind sheep. I mean, he's literally standing up for his people's rights. He's not saying, I'm not going to tell everybody not to get vaccinated or not to wear masks. I'm going to give everybody the choice. And that's his job as a governor, to uphold the Constitution.
You know what's really
doing it.
You're right. You know what's really sad, though, is that all these people who are in these positions of power have been so brainwashed because they think that they're protected.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
And the reality is that they think like they're sitting up. Well, like, so I don't think, this is why I think DeSantis is the way he is, because I think he knows he's not removed from humanity. And I think DeSantis knows that he's not just fighting for the people of Florida. He's fighting for his rights too. And I think that's what makes him a rare bird in our government. And I think that's what makes Abbott who he is.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Abbott.
I
hope we updated our address with him so we can get the Christmas card this year.
I know, right? Jeez.
I went to his inauguration party. I went to his inauguration party in a wheelchair, just like him. It was cool.
No, you didn't.
No.
Out of necessity, not out of parody. I'm hoping.
I literally had both both my ankles were broken.
Oh wow. That did not happen in Crosby. But anyways,
no, it happened in Victoria, actually, out of a tree. So
oh my God, I remember that. I sent you memes. Yes.
Yeah,
Memes.
Both ankles. You just didn't even try. Just sack a potato.
20 feet, you just kind of go, oh, that sucks. And I didn't even get the word fuck out of my mouth.
No, you can just commit to that.
20 feet's the one that you got to worry about. 20 to 30 feet, that's where you could live. You probably will, but you might not.
I almost punctured a lung on a tree step. I almost took a tree step in the neck, and
I'm
lucky to be here, to be honest.
So mid-flight, you're like, fuck. Well,
not even mid-flight. Like, so the bottom of the deer stand fell out, and so I'm standing up stretching, and I literally go, man, it would really suck. In my head, this is what I was saying. It would really suck if the bottom of this thing fell out, and it went pink.
And then it did.
As I finished the thought, and I was like, well, that sucks. And as on my way, as I passed the threshold of where my feet were, I said, fuck.
I'm Shannon Booger, this is Jackass.
Dude, I don't hunt out of tree stands no more. Straight up. I will not get in a tree stand anymore.
Facts.
When I was about 20, man, I fell asleep in one without a safety harness. I woke up and I thought I was walking on air. It was the most scared I'd ever been in my life.
My father.
Son, I will sit at the base of a tree and get whatever I can get. And I've been successful.
Nope. I'm a stalker now. I don't need to be in a tree. But
sit my ass at the base of a tree. I fall asleep there. Worst thing happens is a squirrel.
My father owns a pro shop in Kentucky and literally sells elite archery. And he also sells weapons and guns and ammunition and stuff and fishing.
That's right. We're gonna go visit him.
Yes. So my dad, who was the guy that got me into archery and hunting and all that stuff. I call him. I'm like, hey, so I came out of a tree, blah, blah, blah. He goes, you weren't wearing a safety harness? I go, when was the last time you wore one? He goes, I've never worn one, but why weren't you wearing one?
He's also never fallen out of a tree, though.
That's not true. He has. I promise.
Oh, he did. So then he knew better. Yeah, absolutely. Y'all need to get Amanda turned on to the archery thing. I prefer it. It's much more cost effective on the long term to practice.
Have you ever had a fancy bow set up for yourself, or just a nice?
No, she hasn't. The only time she references is where somebody probably handed her a bow that had like a 1,000,000-pound draw width, or
not on the fucking crossbow.
She got a light one like.
And I got myself a crossbow.
Longbow. He's pointing at his longbow, whistling.
Right, longbow.
It's a recurve.
Yeah, I got a crossbow, and then I was good.
Been working for a long time.
Okay. So, anyways, let's get back on track here.
Archery is actually a good method for breathing control for anxiety and PTSD.
Sure is.
It's a great therapy for sure. I promise.
Sorry.
Anyway, back to the Santos.
So no, I want to jump back to here in Texas. Abbott, he just came out Tuesday. He says he will not impose new mask mandates despite the increasing COVID-19 cases. Abbott reiterated Tuesday that Texas school children will not face mask mandates as they return to school later this summer. That being said, our local schools are already talking about shutting down.
So, you know where that comes from, right? Sylvester, all these other people.
Oh, and Hidalgo already came out. And
that's my point.
Yeah, it's for those that aren't familiar with the Texas area here. Hidalgo is the 17-year-old lawyer in charge of Houston, apparently, and she is coming out and she's getting ready to lock down Houston again. That is a fact. Houston as a city is in the hands of a 26-year-old female that has not seen shit from Shanola, and she's getting ready to lock everything down yet.
And Austin is in control by a dirty, corrupt Mayor Adler, who can give a less about anybody else but himself.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're literally like we were talking earlier. Abbott's literally in a wolf, like he's in a wolf den right now.
Yep. It's
he's doing what he can to keep it
right on any front, but he is.
He's literally trying to keep this state red, and it's not easy.
Oh no, that's we said that earlier. Beto almost beat out Cruz. Cruz is a staple in Texas.
Right.
And he damn near, it was within votes.
Oh, I know.
And Wendy, I appreciate the comment. Nobody can lock down but you. I don't know that I agree with that statement unless there's a resistance. And
I get what she's saying though. Like
yeah,
I'm
individual resistance.
I agree. Yeah,
I am totally with her.
Yeah,
game on, Wendy. Let's do this.
But
individual resistance. Individual resistance.
Yes, we all have a duty to resist things like that.
Yes.
And
we all have options as of right now. We have options. If a place is telling you that you have to mask up and do all this stuff and you don't agree with it, I'm not saying that it's not the right way to do it, but if you don't agree with it, go somewhere else that sells the same stuff. Go online.
That's exactly what I've been doing for the past year and a half.
I swapped my welding supply store over. We pay thousands of dollars a month to other companies now.
That's capitalism at its finest.
Facts.
Because if they don't attend to the masses, if they start, making all these requirements, people are going to start leaving. People are going to stop shopping.
Here's the problem. Local government makes it hard on them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Local government makes it hard on them. And I'm not talking about people. I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about entities like companies and businesses. Local government.
Like, could you imagine if all the veterans in Austin came together and made a concerted effort to, get a recall election done on that mayor and put somebody that the veterans wanted?
Listen, do you have any idea how long Adler's been in Austin?
No, I do not.
I don't know much about Austin.
Probably longer than I've been in Texas.
It's been a long time. And there's a reason he's here, because he placates to the people that are in Austin.
Yeah.
The weirdos.
The granola eating, Birkenstock wearing, freaking rainbow burqa, freaking hanging out, whatever kind of people.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally the people he placates to.
Mm-hmm.
Conservatism is like, you're only going to see that. You'll see it here and there. Like, I found my first liberal Marine here in Austin ever.
Really?
I never thought I'd see a liberal Marine in my life.
Freaking purple crayon eater.
Were you guys able to have a good civil conversation?
No, I'm stupid.
This is why those glitter crayons are a bad idea. I knew that as soon as I saw them on the shelf.
I've encountered 2 of them here in Austin.
Just start calling them glitter crayons. They like that.
Yeah, they love that. Shiny things.
But that
it wasn't even productive conversation.
How can you be a liberal Marine? Like, how is that even a thing? Like, that is contradicting.
I don't think they were in for very long.
Well, I'll say this. They were probably not grunts. Or anything ground combat.
Rear echelon.
They were probably nothing ground combat.
What was that, REMF?
What's that?
REMF.
Oh yeah, RIP.
REMF. REMF.
Oh yeah, REMF.
Rear echelon. Yeah. Anyways. Well, guys, go ahead.
I've never. Anyway,
guys, we're at the second half of our show here, where we always go ahead and tries to close the business, see what happens. The final thoughts for the week. There's real quick before we get into that. Our sources tonight are listed as Fox News, Newsweek, the Texas Tribune, Sky News, The Federalist, and AP, Associated Press, and all the music on the show tonight from Shannon Book and Creed Fisher. We do have express legal right to use this music. Shannon, do we not have the right to
literally give legal consent to authorize my music use here on this show.
And we have written consent from Creed Fisher.
If I need to give anybody documentation and or copyright serial numbers, I will.
Well, thank you very much. And we've got permission from Creed Fisher. We're going to start using his music as well. We're also going to continue blowing up Shannon's music because it's just freaking phenomenal. Final thoughts, Jared. What you got, brother?
I want to be more like that dog next week. Give a shit.
Is Recon laying on his back? Yeah.
Yeah, Recon's laying on her back with her feet up
Recon
there.
just don't give a damn.
She's got her crotch airing out. She's airing out her crotch.
He's over this week.
He's done for the day.
You know, I just thoughts of the week. Keep the loved ones close to you, but don't forget. Pay attention to your local politics, school boards, local folks. Start bugging them. That's their job to listen. If they don't want to listen, vote them out.
Mm-hmm.
So try to make every day better than the previous one.
Amanda and Bud, what y'all got?
I think that in order for conservatives, libertarians, or just people that constitutionalists to equal the volume that the opposition is pushing their message at, we as a people have to be more diligent about putting our opinions out there, even though we've been told our entire lives that those opinions, religion, and politics are not good. We need to break that down and start having the religious and the political conversations with people with opposing views so that we know how to do it. Practice runs. Practice speaking to people that you know aren't going to get hostile, and take that voice and make it louder so that we can be as loud as they are.
Mm-hmm. He's good at words. I'm not.
Words and things.
Yeah.
Amanda, your final thoughts?
Man, I'm gonna second what Jared said and keep your loved ones close to you because you never know. And we got a call this morning and we're dealing with it right now. I had to take a break, kind of compose myself. So that's kind of why I hopped off for a minute. But God, reach out to your friends, your family, tell them you love them, tell them you care, because you never know. You never know. And maybe that person, that's what that person needed at that one moment in time that could change their lives and change other people's lives surrounding them forever. So that's what I got.
Shannon?
I have a lot. It's been an interesting week for me. You know, I do probably 5 hours of therapy a week. And I've been sober for 10 months now, and I probably get more done in the last 10 months of my life with therapy than I've gotten done my entire life.
Yeah.
Proud of you, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, here's what I want to say, and Amanda, I feel so bad for y'all's loss tonight, and I love you guys, and I really do love you guys.
Yeah, we love and appreciate all of you guys too.
So here's what I want to tell you, because I care about you. You don't own that. You can't own that. Stop trying.
Yeah, it's just something we got to figure out. You know, it's we don't.
No, listen. I
it's
love
confusing,
you.
and we know how to get through it. We've lost his sister before, and like I said in the beginning, it's something that we're going to get through. We're just it's fresh. It's fresh.
Yes. No. Yeah. So just understand that you don't own it. You can't stop it. You can't fix it. It just happens.
Yeah.
We can't control everything on the planet. That being said, my deepest condolences and my most sincere prayers for you, Bud, and the rest of the family. As for the rest of this, there's a lot of things that we're all hoping, and we're all we've got. Whether you all realize it or not, like I hear a lot of conversation about we've got all our eggs in one basket. I hear a lot of people talk about, 2022, blah, 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 whatever. just stop putting all your eggs in a basket. Either fry your eggs on the run, because chow is continuous, right? Chow's continuous. You eat on the run. Don't put your eggs in a basket. Put your eggs in your belly. And get ready to do what you need to do, and stop worrying about everybody else. Stop worrying about everybody else and what everybody else is going to do. Worry about you and what you're going to do for you and the Constitution that you either believe in or you don't. And if you don't, I have a boarding ticket for you. It's quite cheap. It's quite cheap. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything. But I promise you, if you want to come at me about my Constitution, we're going to have a real quick conversation, and it's not going to be fun. So, God bless you all. Be safe. Be kind. And if you're not kind, I'm going to let you know that it's coming back to you twice.
Guys, I say it every week. I'm going to say it one more time. Our country has veered so far away from what it was founded upon. Our morals, godly, we're not godly anymore, and constitutional beliefs.
You're gonna have to change that we stuff. You're gonna have to change that we stuff.
Parents, if you're upset about what your kids are learning in school, change it. Do what I did. Homeschool your kid. I can't say it enough. Learn. Do not get your information from a meme. Do not get your information from MSM. Research all day long. Find out the facts. Find out the truth, and fight like hell for what you believe in. Because you know what? If we don't, who will?
Yeah. Brush up on your history.
Hey, Kevin, congratulations on 13 years of sobriety, brother. And I promise you, it's been the 10 best months of my year, the 10 best months of my life. I promise you. I've learned more, I've gained more, and I've grown more in this last 10 months of sobriety than I've ever done in my entire life. So
we've had some pretty deep conversations.
My hat's off to you. Yes, we have. Thank you. Thank you, Ian, God. And thanks for coming on here, Kevin. Kevin's a Marine out of Colorado.
We all have our cross to bear.
His is much bigger than yours, Todd, obviously.
Wow.
Don't jump on my Marines, bro, because Doc will come swinging, man. Don't jump on my Marines. Doc will come swinging. I promise you. If you haven't seen that video yet, I promise you, there's one that you'll find.
Well, guys, Rev Nation, we got about 5 minutes left. We're going to end the show with the songs that we're going to do some music by Shannon. And also, we do here at Rev Nation have permission to use Creed Fisher, this place called USA. We do have written permission from Creed Fisher, and it will be provided before you shut us down. But please, listen to Shannon Book's music. Go out, buy it, share it, love it. It's Shannon, what song do you want to have here?
I'm going to tell you right now. I'd rather just listen to Creed Fisher. Let's listen to Creed Fisher.
We're going to do two. What song of yours do you want to hear?
Well, so we're going to do two. I want to hear Dear Mom.
All right.
Because it's coming out and on September 10th. It's coming out.
September 10th. There you go. Mm-hmm. Well, guys, Rev Nation will be back next week. Same Rev time, same Rev channel. God bless you. God bless Texas. And God bless the United States of America. We'll see y'all next weekend or next Friday at 1900 Central Standard Time. And here we go. Dear Mom.
Had a few minutes to write down what's itching inside my mind. It's It's been too long since we have talked about nothing at all. Wish I could call. I know you're lost. Please don't you worry. There's no need to hurry. Just stay strong. It won't be long before we're together. Right here in heaven. I miss you, Mom. Dear Mom, please believe I've done everything I needed to. Dear Mom, I'll be there when you breathing while you're sleeping. Dear Mom, I know you are hurting, feeling the burden of me not there. You're way too strong to give up on living instead of still giving the love in your heart. I know it's hard, but never forget the things that I did and the reasons why you are my mom. So please keep on living, caring and giving. I love you, Mom. Dear Mom, please believe I've done everything I needed to. Dear Mom, I'll be there when you breathe while you're sleeping. I can't believe I'm saying these words to you, but believe what I'm saying. You made me the man that I am. Dear Mom, please believe I've done everything I needed to. Dear Mom, I'll be here when you breathe while you're sleeping. I love you, Mom. These days you can't get a man to work. People get married and they still flirt. Don't pledge allegiance to our flag like we used to do. Good men are willing to give their lives while politicians take away our rights, saying they know best what's good for you. These days dads are always gone. Mama's still here, but she's on her phone. Grandma's raising and the kids, and the devil is too. If you ask me, this whole world is gone to hell. I speak the truth, but these days the truth won't sell. I bleed red, white, and blue in my ways you just can't change. Wrong or right, I give my life. This place called USA. There's no other place that I'd rather live. Love my wife and teach my kids about the land of the free and the home of the brave. I'm sick and tired of people putting it down. If you don't like it here, get the heck out of town. Go and find somewhere you love, it's fine with me. 'Cause we don't need people riding the fence. You're either riding with us or you're riding with them. Make up your mind which side you stand. If you ask me, this whole world is gone to hell. I speak the truth, but these days the truth won't sell. I bleed red, white, and blue in my ways you just can't change. Wrong or right, I give my life. This place called USA. Cause of the brave. Wrong or right, they gave their lives for this place called USA. If you ask me, this whole world is gone to hell. I speak the truth, but these days the truth won't sell. I bleed red, white, and blue in my ways you just can't change. Wrong or right, I give my life. This place called USA. Wrong or right, I give my life. This place called USA.